are you doing today? I believe you're doing well. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining us again on this Saturday mentorship broadcast. Thank you for helping us to share the vision wider and further. God bless you. And today, before we continue on this interesting topic or discussion that we have for you, I would like you to relax because it's really going to be an awesome time with us. So what I'm sharing with us today is a word of release. I call it a word of release, a word of release. And it is, making peace with your past. Making peace with your past. You need to release yourself from your past and you need to make peace with your past. I'm sure you are wondering, what do I mean? We are going to go through the Bible together, even though I will not be reading the Bible like that today, but I want us to follow, as we learn from someone in the Bible. How did he make peace with his past? How did he release himself from his past? And how did he make peace with his past? And the person we're talking about today is no other person than Joseph. And we're going to be looking at the lessons we drew from Genesis chapter 44 verses 1 to 17. Genesis chapter 44 verses 1 to 17. This is the passage where Benjamin, the father Jacob eventually released Benjamin to follow the brothers to meet Joseph as he requested of them. And what happened? When they were leaving to go back to Jacob, to their father, it was planned out that the silver cup of Daniel was tied, was tied in Benjamin's sack. And the truth here is Joseph didn't want to let go of the love. He couldn't let go of the love he had for his brothers. And I'm sure that was one of the reasons. It was just playing those tricks, just to bring them back. But he didn't want to do it just like that, jumping into it. And there are 3 points I would like us to learn. There are 3 lessons I would like us to learn from this particular passage. If you have not read the book of Genesis before, I would encourage you to read it and study it. You're going to learn so many lessons. Before this chapter, there were so many things that went on, but I'm focusing just on this particular, aspect of this chapter today. And the first lesson I would like to draw out from here is that even though Joseph wasn't afraid of the brothers any longer, the truth was he didn't jump immediately to reveal his identity to them. He didn't just come out to say, "Oh, I'm Joseph. Yeah, I know you are my brothers. You sold me," and all that. He didn't do that. Because the truth is, yes, even though he wasn't afraid of them any longer, it could be another setup. It could be another setup, by his brothers looking for him and all that. That's the first point I wanted to draw from there. Then the second one is that no matter how much you want to go back to that relationship that cost you so much pain, that hurting relationship, no matter how much you love to go back, you must have learned a lesson, at least a lesson. And the lesson is wisdom. You must have become wise along the journey. It took 13 years for Joseph. It took 13 years for Joseph from the time the brother sold him until he got to, that position. It took him 13 years to get to that position. And I believe he had picked so many lessons along the way. And one of the things, I was just thinking about was, Joseph remembered how he showed off, his coat of many colors that the father made for him. He remembered that, and I'm sure he would be like, no, I can just tell them I'm Joseph right now. He must have remembered how he shared his vision, how he shared his dream with them, and how the brothers got angry. They hated him. So he learned so many lessons along the way, and that is one thing you should learn as well. No matter how much you want to go back to that relationship, no matter how much you want to make peace with your past, you must have learned so many things, so many lessons along your way, along in your journey, and you need to put them into practice. Then the third point, the third lesson I would like you to pick away from here is it takes time to heal. It takes time to heal from your past. Especially if the hurts come from family members or close friends. It takes time. And you would see that in Joseph as well. He was always going back away from his brothers to weep. The Bible told us several times he would leave his brothers and go, he would leave them and go into his chambers to weep. It takes time. It takes time. He couldn't just show himself like that because he had to. And if you remember the story of Jacob and Laban, when Laban was looking for his idols, Jacob placed a curse that whoever had stolen the idols, would die. And that really happened at the end of the day to Rachel. So I'm sure Joseph had learned so many lessons, and he wouldn't just come out to lash out curses on his brothers. That was why he was withdrawing, to cry and all that. And I'm going to be giving you 3 action points as well. 3 action points. What are the things you could do to make peace, with your past? The first one is do not withdraw to yourself. Surround yourself with loving people and speak up to trusted people. I'm sure you're wondering, the last time I shared what I was going through, my dream with the other person, with a loving person, someone very close to me, but see how it turned out to be. Don't think like that. Don't withdraw to yourself. There are still several loving people around us. But if we close our eyes, if we withdraw to ourselves, what become of us? We won't see them. Then the second point, action point that I want you to go away with is never separate yourself from the Word of God. Never separate yourself from the Word of God. The Word of God is the ultimate source of healing. It is the one that gives you life, that gives you hope, that gives you consolation and comfort in that situation. I'm a living testimony. The Word of God has separated me, has separated me from my past, and it's given me help to make peace with my past. I'm sure you're looking at it. What is the past we're talking about? For Joseph, his past were his brothers. If you read Genesis before, the previous chapters, before this chapter, you would see immediately he set his eyes on the brothers the first time. He couldn't control it. At the same time, he was able to control it. He went away from them to cry. That was his past. Your past could be anything. Your past could be anything. And the third point, because of our time, is that the only thing you should owe everyone is love. The Bible actually tells us that you should owe nobody anything except love. Owe nobody nothing except love. And to let you know again, that's the Word of God. The Word of God heals more than magic. The Word of God is not magic. It is not. It heals more than magic. And I want you to go with that. And I would like to say or ask, have you been hurt in any way? As your parents or your siblings or your close friends, the one you call your best friend, have you ever been betrayed? Or have you been betrayed? Maybe you are even in that situation right now. Have you been betrayed? And you have been asking yourself, I want to release myself from the past. But anytime I take action, I am not able to do it. I want to make peace with my parents, with my dad, with my mom, with my sisters, with my brothers, with my friend. But I'm still not able to do that. I would like you to stretch your hand as I join my faith with you to pray for you. To pray with you. Say, dear Father, I thank you for this awesome exposition today. Thank you for revealing to me that I need to release from my past for me to make peace with my past. Father, help me. I cannot do it by myself. I receive grace, O God, to release from everything that has held me bound. And give me the grace, Lord, to make peace with everyone connected to my destiny, to everyone connected to my lifting. In Jesus' mighty name, I have prayed. Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that prayer with me. And I congratulate you. You know what? You need to start practicing. You need to start practicing. You need to start taking action, towards making peace with your past. Like I said, the Word of God is powerful. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you for coming back every time. And I want to say, if this word has blessed you today, and you know about someone who is hurting, someone who wants to release from their past, and they want to make peace with their past, so they can live and enjoy the life God has created them to live, why would you not share this, short video with them? I believe you're going to do that. Thank you so much. See you again next Saturday, same time, same channel. Have a blessed day. Bye.